mentioned you are preparing for a big fight, June 6th.
Yeah,
Former champion himself, uh, Jarrett Hurd.
yeah.
He's trying to bounce back as well. In terms of opportunities and just the meaning of this fight, where do you rank this fight? Is this like the biggest fight of your life or the second?
Uh,
Being
I feel like, I feel like this is the Jacobs fight all over again. It's the same. It's very similar. Um, Only difference was that was a main event on HBO, and this is just undercard on a pay-per-view. But I think in terms of like the exposure and just like the outcome of the fight, and it's just like what a win could do for me with this fight is definitely up there. You know what I mean? And I've been taking the fight seriously, so I'm looking
mm,
forward to the opportunity, and I can't wait.
yeah, like you mentioned, the exposure, just the magnitude of the fight, right? Because who doesn't want to be a Mayweather fight just in general?
Yeah, people
It's gonna,
don't. People gotta know, man. When Floyd fight, man, the world stopped. Whether you like the man or not, man, the world stopped, and just the exposure for this is gonna be ridiculous, man. Whether you like the exhibition shit or not, man, this gonna be crazy. Miami about to be ridiculous.
yeah, indeed, it's about to be a movie, man. And that's what Miami movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I was gonna ask you this: what are gonna be what are some differences you're going to make from, like you said, the Jacobs fight to this fight coming around? What adjustments are you planning on making to season this opportunity?
Well, for one, just the training aspects. A lot of people just they like to protect that. Oh, and I've had to fight my way through the game. So I was only 17-0, and I took a big fight. With Jacobs coming off a pay-per-view fight. So I've just learned a lot through my losses. Whether it's the training, the little shit that you got to get in order prior to the fight, the way you train, the way you eat, just everything. And I feel like I'm groomed right now, like with everything that I've been through and all the fights that I've been going through, and having to do this and having to do that. I really learned what it takes to really excel at that level. So all the pieces are coming together. I took the proper measures to prepare myself for this fight, and I can't wait to show it. Next month.
Yeah. In regards to Jarrett Hurd, like I said, he's a former world champion. For me, he's a big fighter. Like, I mean, especially
Yeah, yeah.
he's a very big fighter. I see like he's big, you know. So, what do you feel in terms of just Jarrett Hurd's career? Like, you feel like the
Well, I
respectful.
mean, props to Jarrett Hurd. He's going through a lot outside the fights. That he had to deal with, and he didn't really have to fight me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a tough fight. He didn't have to fight me. So, I mean, he's made a mark in the game already. It's hard to become world champion, and he became a unified champion. So, I think he's already pretty much established. He's a good fighter. Like I said, everyone knows what he brings to the table. But he's shown flaws in his game. But as of I, as of I, I was undefeated at 1.2. I wasn't world champion, but shit, I was, undefeated as well. So I know what I've been there as well. So that's why the fight is interesting. We both have been there. He's been, obviously a little higher, being a unified world champion, but we both have been there. We both got a lot of experience. I have more amateur experience, but he has more championship level experience. So that's why I think that it's an intriguing fight. It's a very intriguing fight, and it's a tricky fight for both of us.
Yeah.
Jared's still trying to figure himself out. It feels like these last couple fights, he hasn't really been fighting since like the way he fought before. Like, I don't know. I just feel like his last two fights, he's really been fighting off the back foot, which
Mm,
is, really Jarrett Hurd was just a come forward beast. So I don't really know. We don't know what to expect to that bell ring, but he don't know what to expect from me either.
yeah.
Like, I haven't been looking as great my last couple fights, but I've been in the gym like nonstop, like working with champions, nothing but champions. So
Yeah.
like I said, it's gonna be a real good fight, and I feel like other than Badu Pascal, like this is the fight to watch. You know what I mean? Because like I said, the experience and just we like to fight. He's gonna come to bang, and I know what he's gonna bring. And I feel like he knows what I'm gonna bring, but we're not really gonna know to that bell ring. So like I can't wait, man. I'm excited for it. And I know a lot of people that know boxing and know fighting know that this is a fight to be excited for.
Yeah. You talked about, working with, with world elite fight. A name that, when I see a photo between you and Arislani Lara, I'm assuming you learned a lot from Arislani
Yeah,
Lara. A championship level experience, a former world champion. Like
yeah.
how
Yeah, I mean, honestly, me and Laura was just in the gym together, working together, because I've actually been working with Ismail Salas lately, along with, my other trainer of Fareed, brother Fareed. Like we've been, I've been combining both. But I had saw Laura. I actually sparred Laura to help him get ready for Canelo back when they fought in, what was that, 2013?
yeah,
And
2014.
so, yeah, 14. So me and Laura like go way back. So it's cool just to see him again, connect with him, talk with him. Like I said, he fought Hurd. So when I actually saw him that first time, I had told him like, yo, I was gonna fight Hurd. So, he gave me a little his pointers and his views on the fight. But Laura's just one of me and Laura just trained together, you know what I mean? But
Oh,
I have been in the ring with a lot of other guys. Like recently I was helping, Billy Joe get ready for Canelo, me and him threw down a couple times. So I've been around the block, man. So there's nothing that Jarrett Hurd could bring to the table that I haven't already seen.
yeah. You mentioned quickly about Billy Joe. I guess I could just ask you just recently, right, from Saturday night. What was just your thoughts about the fight with Saunders, the eye and, fight overall? How did you score the fight before it ended?
I mean, I thought the fight. I mean, I felt like the moment took over Saunders for a little bit. Like he didn't really gain his confidence to like midway through the fight. Like I feel like if he really would have came out, as confident as he was in the fourth and the fifth round, it wouldn't have played out like that. Like I felt like he didn't catch his confidence till too late. And by the time he caught his confidence, and he started letting his hands go, it was, Canelo had started catching his, So, I mean, he put up a good fight. I mean, he showed like, even though it ended the way it ended, like he was catching Canelo. You know what I mean? Like he was catching him. Like Canelo had his little eye was marked up. So he there's a couple things he could have did better, but again, he stepped in there with the pound for pound great. He held his own as best as he could, and if he would have played those early rounds a little different, I think the fight would have played out different. But you learn, like I said, you learn a lot more from your losses. Like
Yeah.
man, that keeping that O. There's only so many people that could keep that O. I mean, and I think he should be able to bounce back. He still got a name. Like his name's gonna be even bigger now regardless of how we all felt it played out. Like he got a big name, he still can mix it up with a lot of guys, and he can still give people problems. If he gave Canelo,
Yeah.
even though it took Canelo some time, it was tricky for a little bit for that, especially that mid part of the fight. It was like Saunders was trying to catch his little wave a little bit, but man, that's what happens, man, when champions adapt, and Canelo just adapted.
Yeah. He took over and like I said, the championship experience just, it benefited Canelo that fight night, talking about pound for pound fighter, right? Floyd at one time was pound for pound fighter. He was active in the game. I remember when you fought Jacob, one of the main headlines was, I don't want to mention, I don't really know what's behind the scenes, right? Between yourself, Mayweather, and Mayweather Promotion. It was known, right? How does it feel now, a couple years later, to know like you guys are on a card, Mayweather in the card and other promotions, Showtime and whatnot?
I mean, honestly, it's great. I came to Floyd this last time in August when Tank was getting ready to fight.
Yeah.
Tank was getting ready to fight. Uh, his last fight with Santa Cruz. I just
Yeah.
came to talk to Floyd. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like if everything happened for a reason, but have I been had Floyd in my pocket? Building me up. Then when I got to that stage, that 15, 16, 17, 18 and 0, like somebody who would have been handling my career like Floyd, they wouldn't have put me in that situation. You know what I mean? So, but the fact that I was able to, learn the game, come back to Floyd, talk to him, squash the shit. I mean? Like when I mean the shit was squashed instantly, like it was squashed like immediately. Like I spoke to Floyd the moment I came to Vegas. I tried to bring up, like, I kind of wanted to know, but I tried to bring it up, and Floyd was just like, look, man, we're in different stages of our life. Like, you still got it. You still look good, and you back home now. I'm going to get you that title. That's exactly what he said.
Oh, that's what he said to you?
And what was that, like August, September, around the time? Like, when I first came back to Vegas. And he was like, here's my number. Keep in contact with me, and I'm gonna get you that title shot. If you with me, you're gonna get a title shot.
Mm.
And it feels good, man, to just, I know Floyd on a personal level, and the fact that he's just real and he's just the man, he just keeps his word. Like, that's what's up, man. Like, I put myself back on pay-per-view
Yeah.
because of my relationship with him. You know what I mean? Because he said, like, yo, just do this, and I'm gonna make sure you get that. You do that. I
Yeah.
played my role, and he kept his word, and Leonard and Floyd Mayweather and Mayweather Promotions kept their word, and now I'm right back on the biggest card of the
Yeah.
year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Were,
it's just a blessing, man. Honestly, it's just life crazy. I
yeah.
ended right back, you know what I mean? Like, I ended right back in Vegas, right back with Floyd, right back on his undercard, fighting with Badu Jack. And me and Badu actually fought on my first ever TV fight was with Badu on the Floyd Mayweather undercard. And boom, now right back, all three of us, right back. So, I mean, life's just crazy, man. But you just got to take it for what it is and just make the best of it.
No, definitely. And I ask that because boxing is well known for when the team is good and when it's bad, and like a lot of people focus on the bad stuff. And like I said, perhaps the situation with you years ago, like it was years ago, see it unfold now.
Yeah.
uh, you know, squash it, make amends. Like it must be a great feeling for you knowing that somebody has
Yeah.
confidence moving forward.
I did not, man, I did not know it was going to play out like that. Like, I swear, like, when I came to him, like, I was like, yo, like, I kind of like wanted to, was like, just for kick, shits and giggles, like, what was it, kind of a thing. And he's like, man, we on new shit, here's my number, call me tonight. If I don't answer tonight, call me tomorrow. And that's exactly how it played out. You know what I mean? Like, I called him, and he was like, okay, well, what you want to find that, what you want to, him telling me about the Logan Paul fight. Like, I knew about the Logan Paul fight in November of last year. He told me in November about the
Uh,
fight, that they were going to fight. They were supposed to fight in February. And Floyd was like, yo, just come to Vegas. You know what I mean? I want you to just be around me. He's like, just train with me, and I'm going to spar you a couple times, and then we're going to get you that fight. And, man, he's
nice.
been, man, I'm talking about, man, Floyd, one of the realest, man. Like, I know people have their different opinions of him, but the man's been real to me and my family, and he's kept his word in every sense. Like, he told me he was gonna fight me. He told me he was gonna keep me around. He made sure I was straight. He made sure I was comfortable. I can call him for anything, and he gonna be like, "What's up, Cuba? What up? What you need?" You know what I mean? So it's just the fact that I was just able to fix that, man, and keep the relationship going, man, is just this man's crazy. See, like, I never would have thought. You know what I mean? When I left Vegas, I was like, man, I'm never coming back. We never gonna be cool again. And I feel like we better now than we were before. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just crazy.
Wow. No, that's amazing, and especially with a big event like this, right? And I guess other people think about this main events of entertainment or real fight or whatnot. Like it is an event. It's like a collision
Yeah,
of
man.
worlds.
Man. Floyd bring everybody out. I
Yeah.
guarantee you, Miami's gonna be ridiculous, ridiculous. And they're putting the event already, like, the way it's already planned out is great. They got 2 exhibition fights and two really good professional fights. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like the exhibition shit with all these celebrities, like, this is the closest to celebrity death match we're ever gonna get. Like, you remember celebrity death match when we were growing up? Like, this is the
Yeah.
closest it's ever gonna be. It's ever gonna get to. And I think is dope, man. I mean, it's funny seeing some of these guys, like, throw down, but these guys are really training.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are really, really training. Like, to the average person, they're like, they're bums, but shit, they really in the gym, running the
Mhm.
mountain, sparring, doing all types of real fighting shit. So it's like, you gotta respect it. And they in there
You got to.
throwing bombs. You know?
Mm. I definitely agree. Let me actually do, like I said, I know we're not experts in terms of pay-per-view projections and whatnot, but because this is the biggest event and because this is Floyd Money Mayweather, who has so many pay-per-view records, like top five, I think like he has 4 out of the top 5, right? Pay-per-view numbers.
Yeah.
This event ranking up, like, does it
They're
hit?
gonna. I think they're gonna crack over 1 million. You gotta
Oh,
realize, man. Floyd does not put them gloves on unless he getting a big check. Like that's his mo. Like if you see Floyd in an event putting gloves on, like legitly with the TV behind it, it's a big event and he getting big money. So
mm,
obviously, if he's gonna get this type of money, like the networks know they got like I've been in the game now, so the networks know and can tell they got some type of system where they could tell what kind of numbers they can draw. And there's a reason why Showtime got involved.
yeah,
At first, it was just the other little stuff, but there's a reason that the big boys like Showtime is getting involved. And there's a
yeah,
reason why all this media shit is they're getting involved and they're willing to put the fight in this big ass stadium, not even caring that there's a pay-per-view the day before, because
yeah,
they know like it can generate numbers. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like at the end of the day, it's a business. And if they can generate numbers, like they gonna do it. Like Floyd's gonna get his 100 mil. The man's not playing. And the only way you get 100 million is because the networks know, like, okay, we can give you that because we know we're gonna make a lot more than that.
yeah,
So, man, I mean, shit, that the little hat incident was all over the internet.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And that was just that's not even that's nothing. That was just announcing the fight, and that shit went. That was everywhere.
yep. All
Come on,
the
man. They're gonna do numbers, man. The man don't put his gloves on for nothing. They're gonna do numbers, and like I said, man, whether we like it or not, they're gonna watch.
mm,
They're gonna watch. So it's gonna be. It'll do over 1 million. I
all the
think
over,
so. I mean, I'm not a pay-per-view expert, but they're gonna crack over 1 million.
yeah.
I think,
'Cause
yeah, for sure.
I
They
feel
got
right.
Ocho Cinco on there opening the fight.
Oh,
Like
just
Ocho
think,
Cinco is especially in Miami. Ocho Cinco he's legit down there.
yeah,
People know Ocho Cinco, and hey, Ocho Cinco about to fight on pay-per-view. Man,
yeah,
just because it's Ocho Cinco's like fuck, I want to watch that too. Like the
yeah,
card's worth it. It's
yeah,
worth it. Like it's worth it. Whether you think it's real fighting or not, man, they about to throw down. So I think it's gonna be a good event, man. I can't wait. I mean, the news. Everyone's hitting me up for tickets.
yeah.
Yo,
That's
this about to be crazy. That's how I know it's gonna be crazy when my
yeah,
my people from middle school talking about going to the fight that I ain't
yeah.
talked to in years. So they go to show you, man. It's about to be crazy.
Indeed, indeed, man. Like I said, it's gonna be like I said, the hottest ticket in town. You're in the biggest event of the year. Um, I wanted actually for this predictions. El Charlo versus Ryan Canelo, undisputed.
Man, Charlo gonna clip him.
Yeah.
Jamal, no, wait. Charlo fighting Castano. Oh, you said Castano. They're talking about Big Charlo.
No, no, no.
Oh, that's gonna be a good fight, man. That's a good fight, especially on paper. One throws more punches, the most punches. The other one throws the least punches, but one strong. I just think Charlo got too much confidence right now.
Mm,
Too big, too much. But I think Charlo should be able to get him.
able to get him.
Yeah, he gonna get him.
Nice.
If he can get, he might not be able to get him out of there, but he gonna get him.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me ask you this just from a perspective of a boxer, right? Because this event is very important, right? And like I said before, a lot of fans have positives and negatives. As a fighter, right, like yourself, who has dedicated their works and craft to the sport of boxing, where others like YouTubers, others exhibition and whatnot. Is there a problem when they take other fighters' spotlight in terms of where they're stacked on the card or whatnot, or are you okay with that?
Man,
And if that's
not
wait,
really. I
okay,
would be upset if they were fighting for titles. Like
okay,
if they made these guys fighting for world titles, then I'd be pissed because I'd be like, what the, then in that case, I'd be like, yo, what y'all doing? Like, y'all gonna let the man fight for a world title or like, then I feel like people could be mad. But they're attracting eyeballs, man.
Yeah.
Like, man, I mean, I don't know how true it is, but they said that Jake Paul did over 1 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
world champions right now that can't crack over 1 million.
Mm-mm.
How can we be mad that that he bringing eyeballs? And it's not like he just started training a week ago. Like, clearly the man really been, like, I've seen him. Like, he was
Yeah.
training out here in Vegas. Like, he was training in Miami, but he was training out in Vegas. Like, he trains like we train. Like, he moves like a real fighter moves. Like, he gets his hand wraps. They do the shadow boxing. They hit the bag. Like, he does all that shit. You know what I mean? Is he the most skillful? No. Should he be fighting for a world title? Hell no. But should I be mad that he's getting the big bag and he's bringing in these eyeballs? Like, I can't, you know what I mean? He's marketing himself. Like, 2021, like, the age now, it's all about social media, marketing yourself. Shit, if the
Indeed.
man can bring the eyeballs to the sport, like, I mean, shit, the winner, I feel like the winner in that, I mean, obviously Jake did good, but the winner was Regis.
Yeah.
Regis had millions of people watching him.
Yeah. His
Regis,
following.
we can't, well, shit, that's great for Regis.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then on top of it, look, Cunningham, the cruiserweight, he
Oh,
got
Steven.
himself a nice little check.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know what he was going through in his life before, but shit, he was able to go back, get it back in the ring, get back in the mix, and get a check for it
Yeah.
to go
Yeah.
feed his family. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that's dope. You know what I mean? Like, you can't hate on that. Like, man, I see why people are mad, but the dude's putting the work in. It's not my fault that he got 1 million two YouTubers watching him and all types of shit. Like, man, I feel like it's doing good for the sport.
Yeah.
Like,
And
it's bringing eyeballs. You can't get mad at more eyeballs. More people are wanting to talk boxing. More people are wanting to join boxing. I guarantee you, like, your little local boxing clubs are probably getting more people just because they're seeing Jake Paul train. You know, like, little
yeah.
businesses are probably getting more money just because more people want to try boxing.
Yeah.
You can't hate. You can't hate.
Yeah.
You have no reason to hate.
Yeah. You
If
hit.
the world titles are involved, then hate. But
Hey.
shit, you can't hate.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it because they're not even fighting for no titles, man. They fighting 6-round fights,
Mm.
6, 8 rounds, and they bringing a 1.5. What it was, a 1.5 allegedly.
Yeah. Like
How you
1.6.
mad at that? Whatever it was, they brought over over 1 million pay-per-view buys from a business standpoint. That's amazing. Off of 6-rounders and shit and stuff.
Yeah.
Now
6.
Snoop Dogg wants to watch boxing. Now all these other people, like, shit, we want to watch boxing.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make the sport better, but it's not